I am going to talk about the processor. You know that processor is very important part of any laptop or desktop. So before buying any laptop or desktop, you have to very careful and choose carefully the right processor. Otherwise, you may end up with wasting your money and maybe your work purpose not be fulfilled. So before buying any laptop or desktop, you have to consider many aspects, and selecting processor is not a easy task. So basically there is two types of processor in the market. One is from Intel and another is from AMD. If you go back 5 years ago, it was Intel which win the race because they have the monopoly in their business and people always choose Intel. But things has changed when Ryzen came. AMD launches Ryzen and it just outcompetes the Intel processor. But before going to that, you just keep in mind three basic criteria or point that are the cost effectivity, performance efficiency, and power consumption. Means you must choose a processor that is the least in cost, whose performance efficiency is better, and the power consumption is also less, so that the drainage of the battery of your laptop becomes less. So just keep in mind the 3 points before choosing any processor. So have a look in the equivalence processor. Equivalence processor means we are just comparing Ryzen third generation versus Core i 10th generation. So Ryzen 3 is just equivalent to i3, Ryzen 5 is to i5, and Ryzen 7 is to i7. But in performance, Ryzen is sometimes better than the i. And if you consider the high working load of that respect, it is the Ryzen which win the race. But in daily life, if you are normal worker, you cannot just take any difference between the two processor. It is somewhat the same. But if you are a multitasker and if you just overclock the processor, then it is the Ryzen which is better. And secondly, it is very much less in cost. So Ryzen win in that point also. And the third generation Ryzen processor is equipped with 7 nanometer technology, where Intel is 14 nanometer technology. So Ryzen is better. So keep in mind what is your work purpose, because work purpose is necessary choosing any processor. Maybe you are a professional worker or maybe you are a gamer. If you are a professional worker, then maybe your workload is light or high. If your workload is light, like you are a school student or just choose any laptop for daily uses, then you must choose Ryzen 3 or Core i3. Don't take extra cost. And if you are a heavy worker like researcher, office worker or developer or something like that, you may choose Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 or i5 or i7. And if you are a gamer, you may be a light gamer or a hardcore gamer. If you are a light or medium gamer, you may choose Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 and also i5. But you are a hardcore gamer, then you must choose i7, i9 or Ryzen 7. But if keep in mind that you must have a dedicated graphics. So graphics related video is in my next presentation, so keep watching and stay tuned. And it is the basic work functionality you keep in mind before choosing any processor, because if you are not clear what purpose you are buying, you may end up with wasting a lot of money and never can access all the power of the processor. So what you finally think, if we consider gaming performance or multitasking or like other work, it is the Ryzen which wins the race. You can consider the benchmark and other Google searching also, but also I personally experience that Ryzen processor is somewhat better than the Intel processor. In everyday task, you hardly find any difference, but with multitasking and high performance working, it is the Ryzen which wins the race. But keep in mind, it is not only the processor which gives you the overall performance, but the RAM, the graphics card, and memory type also determines the overall performance of any desktop or any laptop. So before buying to it, just keep in mind all the aspect. You should consider everything before buying any laptop or any desktop. Okay, I will tell about the other things in my next video also. So just keep in mind everything what I have told you. I think there will be no problem by choosing any processor related activity. And also give your comment and opinion what you think about it. And if you want to, if you can spend extra money, then you can go for Intel, but in normal activity it is just same. So if you find this video helpful, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. Then in my next video I will consider every other aspect before buying any laptop or desktop that I think will be helpful for you. So thank you for watching this video.